He's here. Hey guys, I am back again for another superpowers figure review, and I've said this before in my Batman review that this was one of the more exciting figures I was looking forward to, and I said it was going to be coming in a few days. Let's just be quite frank. I went to Walmart and decided to see if they have any of these figures up in the store shelves, and they had quite a lot of Nightwings up there, and Deathstrokes, and Green Lanterns, and a Supermobile and Batwing. But yeah, they had quite a lot of superpowers figures up there, and my Nightwing fan in me was like, I gotta get this figure. And now I have one right here, as you see, which I'm reviewing, and then I have a second one coming in a few days, and I plan on using that for a repaint that I might do someday, which I will do that in a later video alongside combining it with another review that I have planned, which of another figure that I have coming in today, but I have to do the review on a certain point of time, so I have to wait a bit. Anyway, so aside from that, now we have the Superpowers Nightwing. This is the first version though, because there is another version coming out in the 5th wave, which I pre-ordered, which looks really good. Just without a doubt, this is one of my favorite Superpowers figures, period, already, since the Superman figure, which I bought at Walmart the first time, and the Batman figure that I had. That's another one, that's another good one. But this right here, this might be my favorite because look how good this figure looks. I mean, I love the way this figure looks. This is like one of the few Nightwing figures in a 5-inch figure scale. I never expect they ever make this, so this is really exciting. So of course, taking a look at the package, it's the standard Superpowers aesthetic and look, which you can see with the new logos, the DC logo up there, the actual, like the classic McFarlane toy line, which I just started realizing that this is the older McFarlane logo. I didn't realize that until later. And then we have artwork of Nightwing, which isn't technically retro, but at the same time, it's still just very great art design in general for Nightwing. He looks so incredible. And then we got his logo up here, his symbol. At the back of the figures to collect in the line. Also, his symbols plated under twice alongside a bio, also in different languages. Superpowers logo up here, DC Direct, McFarlane Toys, and the other figures you can collect, like I said, over here. We only saw a bunch of Green Lanterns, Nightwings, Deathstrokes, and only one Batman Who Laughs, weirdly enough. I think one or two. And then I did see the Batwing and Supermobile up there. Plenty of them. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy out of the package now. Alrighty, so we have Nightwing out of his Superpowers package. I swear this figure looks so good. I can't stress how much I love the way this figure looks. Now, I understand that there are a few reused body parts here and there from previous figures in the Superpowers toy line. I honestly really don't care. This is just good enough for me. I love this figure so much. I really do. It's such a good looking figure. It just looks so good. I got other words other than saying that it looks so good. I love it. Like, just in my hands. Such a good looking figure. I really love the head sculpt of Nightwing up here. Obviously, this is Dick Grayson. But, man, look at that. I love it. It just looks so good. And the physique, the body type, he's very beefy. He should be a bit slender, but he is beefy, and I freaking love it. Of course, again, it's reusing body parts from other previous figures, so what do? Again, I love the paint on the figure too, the way the blue matches how Nightwing should look like, and it's just a simple, like, body design, simple tights and all that. There's no tech thing going on here. It's just simple and effective as it should be. It does got, like, a streamline right here, or supposedly a line right here that resembles glove lines. He does have that in a few costume designs I've seen. So I'm not bugged by that noticeable glove line shown right there. Or the boots on the bottom too. Like the boots have that same look too. But I'm fine with that. The trunks though, it's like, again, reused body parts of the figure. I think it's supposed to be Green Lantern or so. Who knows? But I would have done without it. But I think I'm completely fine with the way this figure looks. Just overall, they just picked a good looking body and a good looking head design as well. Wish they used this type of head sculpt for the Tim Drake Robin figure, but then again, it's not Dick Grayson Robin as they should be designing it. I'll get into that when I actually get the Tim Drake figure, you know, the next one that's actually coming up in the 5th wave, because I'm going to probably ignore the one that's already out by now in the 4th wave that came with the Batman figure that I just reviewed. But again, this figure just looks so good. The physique and body type over here. And yep, they definitely designed that part right there. I mean, as most of the superpower figures, the way they should be. But seriously though, this figure looks so good. The way it looks in general, it's the same typical standard body type as either the Superman figure or the Green Lantern. Also, here are his staffs. I was just gonna say his staffs because I know there's a name for it, but they're just a simple, flexible rod. That's what they're designed, and they're a little bit shiny too, but they look really nice for what they are. It's supposed to resemble like some standard, like basic Kenner accessory where they don't have much detail in them. I mean, most Kenner accessories do have details, but they're very minimal. And this is just a simple little thing to match, you know, with rods that he carries to fight with. That's basically how they look. Can't stress how much I really love this figure. It just looks so good. That's all I gotta say. This is literally my favorite figure in the Superpowers line thus far. This is so good. Just overall, a very, very good looking Nightwing. Right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and compare it with other Kenner figures I have in my collection, because this is all I can really do for now. So here's Nightwing right up alongside 2 other Superpowers figures I reviewed already, Superman and the Detective Batman, classic Detective Batman. They look really good together, but Batman should be a bit taller, obviously, considering that this Batman figure is almost the same sculpt as the original Kenner version. And Superman in general is just the perfect scale because, of course, he's supposed to be taller. So these figures look pretty nice together. And here he is with the Dark Knight Collection Batman on the right and the Val Kilmer Custom Batman on the left. Now, of course, the Val Kilmer Custom that I made looks really good right next to Nightwing. In fact, he's in the perfect scale, in my opinion. It's just, that's perfect right there. Although my Dark Knight Collection Batman might not be up to scale, but they look really nice together regardless. Almost forgot about this comparison. Here is my other Batman Forever Val Kilmer figure, which is my supposed standard solar suit Batman, which is, well, Recon Hunter Batman with a custom cape. And my 4-inch Spin Masters Nightwing figure over here, which honestly, I wish the figure was a bit better. And I do not like the gauntlets attached to its staffs, but at the same time, that figure is pretty nice. So yeah, there's that comparison. Here he is right up against Bruce Wayne, Val Kilmer Bruce Wayne, and Chris O'Donnell, Dick Grayson. Also, that's Street Biker Robin, if you already know from Batman Forever. But yeah, they look really good together, and they're perfectly matched. We have the Batman Forever Robin right on the left, and the Batman and Robin on the right. And they look really good. I think it's obvious that this Robin here is just on the right scale. Meanwhile, this is obviously smaller scaled. Might as well be on the same scale as Tim Drake if possible, but whatever. Here he is right up against the Joker, which is the Joker from the Dark Knight collection. Looks really good next to him. Again, those colors pop out. I really love it. And speaking of colorful, here comes my 2 favorite Batman Forever villains, Two-Face and Riddler. They look really nice together. And of course, obviously this would go really good with any reenacting of certain sequences just with a Nightwing figure. And I saved the best for last. Here is my last comparison, which is my custom Nightwing I showed up at the very end of my first part of the collection video of Batman figures I've collected between Kenner and Hasbro. I did not have an actual Nightwing figure that would go good right alongside my figures. I only made this custom to compensate. But really, now that I have an official Nightwing, this speaks volumes. Like, again, if you haven't seen that video, but this is the custom Nightwing I had. I tried my best with the hair, and yeah, I really did try. Like, he almost ends up looking like 90s Nightwing with a mullet. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for this review of the McFarlane Superpowers Nightwing figure. Like, I love this figure. That's all I got to really say. I don't think there's any other issue other than a few little design choices that I would have tweaked in my opinion, but just overall, a really, really good Nightwing figure, in my opinion. I mean, it could have been better, a little bit better, but I just think with all the the touches they made with the figure in general, I love it. That's all I gotta say, hands down. That extra one will also come in handy. That's coming in the mail. I'm definitely gonna do a repaint of that one. That is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will be seeing you guys later.